Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for Wellington Phoenix versus Newcastle Jets. This is from the Australian Premier League. Let's get into this. All right, so this is a pretty tricky situation because, first of all, they're not really involved in the game because they're tracking back. And this is basically a 2v2. Don't really want to count him because he's very behind the ball. He's not either level or ahead of it, so no, we'll not count him as there for now. All right, so what happens? He does well, actually. He stands his ground, and it's that situation whereby he knows if here, what's dangerous is the space because he's very close to goal and he can do some trickery. All he can do is just stand his ground, and hopefully, by the time he makes this pass, he'll be able to, run towards there and try to cut out whatever cross that's being played. Let's play it forward. And yeah, he didn't cut out anything, but it's a 2-on-1 situation there. There's not much he could have done. All right, so this is what do you call this? This is a shot to the near post. It's a good strike, and then he follows it up again, but not with another shot, but instead with a pass because he knows it's very hard, unlikely he will score from here. Put on the goalkeeper too. He gets up quickly. He does a little stutter step, confuses the defender. I'm not sure if you notice it's there. We'll just replay it. Look at pay attention to number 7. Look at what it does. Quickly enough, but this is to be honest, number 7 should be putting this in. But good presence, or should I say, good on the defender for just being there. All right, so this is a funny one. So let's count the number of players we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are more defenders than attackers that should be able to deal with this. But now this is the funny situation because he does well. He switches it because if you notice, if we just draw a line, let's use this other tool since I like to. No, that's a horrible line. Uh, I think I'll just use the other two. All right. So if we just do this, most of the 5 players are on this side, and then you have 2 free players here, and then you have 1 player that's being occupied. So that does not give a pretty image. So as he passes, this is the one thing that does frustrate me because look at what happens as the pass is played. Instead of anyone, okay, I understand why he doesn't go, but he can go. He knows that he will leave space, but his teammate should be covering for him. And then there's also another player which he should be covering for him too. So that's the reason why he hesitates. But otherwise, if it was normal circumstance, he should be running and trying to cut that out. He doesn't, and then he unleashes this strike, and that's a good save by the keeper. Really is. Really, really good save. But one of those it's one of those where the space can be very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. All right, so this is a long ball, as we can see before we go further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're assuming that there will be at least 3 defenders at the back to defend. That's a lovely ball, it really is. Passes it. There's actually less defenders. All right, so all of them are running towards goal. Let's see the actions they take. What happens? All right, so this is a problem because he's level. Yes, I know that he had the ball. He had to bring it down. He had to put it under his control, but he is still level with his player. This is not good because the attacker has gone ahead of him and he has run away from his defender. And he slows down once again. So this defender does very well. He does really well. He doesn't rush in. He doesn't give him too much space. Just enough for the striker to slowly crouch forward. I don't know why I said crouch, to slowly move forward, but he's there to block to just block any shot on goal. He can pass it. There's no problem there. Look at that. He marshals him all the way. He actually gets a touch on it. Gets a touch, takes him away from goal. But unfortunately, his teammates do not help him at all because okay, he was near the ball. You can't really say much. I think at this point, at a certain point, he should have been offside, is it? Let's play it back a bit. No, he was not offside at all. So there were 2 players marking one. That's already a problem. And then he starts, oh, I actually got the wrong guy. So he did the nice job of tracking him all the way. And then here is what we call like a moth to a flame. One pass and everyone follows. Another pass, everyone follows. That's a horrible sign because if he wanted, he couldn't even have taken the shot. He could have just passed it to any of them here. Because if we're seeing he's onside, and he is probably onside. He really is. So I mean, just look at this. Almost you could two separate boxes. Everyone is doing their own thing. Everyone is doing their own thing. And then now, let me just well, let me just play it back a bit because there's no way. All right, so at this point here, he should be running for that. Now the way he runs is horrible. He runs almost in a circle. He doesn't run straight. So what he actually does is that he opens that angle up for him because he runs like this. He opens up the space for him to pass to him. Because if he runs the other way, he probably doesn't see that pass as easily. And even if it's more likely the ball would go more to that side. And then let's see the next pass, what happens. I mean, number 27 could have stayed back. This could have been so just number 32 and this player here. And it actually gets deflected in. Football is a very funny sport. It really is. No, I just want to, yeah, this is the angle that's here. He takes it, boom, boom. Unfortunate deflection. Very, very unfortunate. But that's what happens when when the whole team is running towards one ball. All right, another. Oh, sorry, this is a chance. Boom, long ball. Goalkeeper rushes out. Yeah, that's the problem there. He didn't claim the ball. I do feel he could have gotten this. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it. Leaves it for the striker. And nah, you can just tell by the body. Look at his body language. It's really a casual type of kick. He doesn't really plant his foot because you can tell by the way he's leaning back. He's supposed to be leaning forward. Yeah, I know he's trying to chip it, but there's just that certain body posture you have with someone that really wants to strike the ball compared to his arms too. He seems more, how can I say, he's not as rigid as he would be if he was like trying to chip it or even just trying to take a shot. Good on the defender for being there, but he could have really done better. If it was cleared off the line, I would have understood, but the fact it's cleared so early. Look at the goalkeeper here. He definitely, okay, I understand why he left his hand, but he definitely could have claimed it or could have just kicked it out wide. Yeah, and the other striker also should do better. Anywho, all right, very high line. This is a very high line. And with a high line, you need constant pressure. And unfortunately, pressure has been breached because this is pressuring the wrong way. He's behind him, which leaves this option here to pass. Or if he wants, I don't, they just don't go for the ball in the right way. That's one thing I can say for sure because there's so many scenarios in which what they could be doing is good in terms of what they may have practiced, but in this way, nah. But let's just let it play a bit because yeah, he plays it forward. The pressure is released, and then look how slow. That's too much time and too much space, and that's why this goal and that's why it's so easy to play that ball. Because you know a person has time when they trap, take another touch, look up, look down, and then they can play it. Nah, he had way too much time. Way too much time. And then if you look at this, um, I do feel if they were serious with their high line, they probably could have done better. Because he sticks to the plan. He is on the halfway line. He has not moved. He is way too deep. He is way too deep. Now, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be deeper or they're supposed to be higher. But for me, if they're playing this type of high line, you might as well be as high as you can so as to take full advantage. And it's also because if he immediately pressures the ball as he receives it, he probably messes that pass up or probably even gets it. He probably gets the ball. Anyway, pass is played. Boom. Now, this one, the player here, he misjudges the ball. Because to be honest, the bounce also caught me off as well. I was like, huh? The ball bounces like that? You know, shocked. Because he stops running. He lets him get past him. And it's because of the way the ball bounces. I think if I let it play, yeah. Look at how it bounces. I mean, none of us were expecting that. The goal, so it's the goalkeeper's fault and also the player's fault. The goalkeeper should have been, I mean, he looks like he's going to catch the ball with the way he's postured. So goalkeeper should have been focused on kicking that ball out. The defender there should have also done a better job at shielding his goalkeeper. Neither does both. I don't know if this is a dive or because I don't get it. I really don't. Because look, he just flicks the ball up. He flicks it up. Oh, he was trying to kick it. That didn't go to as planned. Easy, easy, easy goal. I mean, high line, no pressure. Players have all the time in the world. Defender should have done better to, just block off the player's run and protect his goalkeeper more. And the goalkeeper should have been quicker to that. That's all I can say. Look at that. But then the bounce. That bounce is unusual. It really is. But that's football. That is football. I think I can play it a bit back. Pass is played. He is wide. Right, four players, which is okay. But now, um, will he continue with the run or will he just continue grabbing him? He continues with his run, and you can tell he's tired. He put his head down. All right, so this is actually a really good line because it will be very difficult to play a ball here. He plays it there, but unfortunately, everyone's running towards their own goal. Everybody's running, which will create more space in behind them, which will lead someone to benefit very greatly to this goal. Boom. Lovely. Really, really lovely goal. Look at that. Boom. Boom. That's lovely. I think this one will be a better angle. Passes it. He he sees it. He sees it. So he tries to be. If he extended his leg more, he could have saved that off the line. But it's one of those probably on the counter, and there was no cover in front of the defense. No cover whatsoever. Nothing much they could do. That's a good goal. It is. First cross goes in. It's headed up. Oh, sorry. It's weird. He heads it behind him, even though he jumps forward. Now this is the funny part. All the time in the world, he has all the time in the world. He is not marking anyone. I mean, he is not marking anyone. He is not marking anyone. He is not marking anyone. He thinks he's marking him, but really he isn't because by the time this ball gets played, that's filthy. He has way too much time. He's pointing. He's pointing. I understand why he's pointing because normally he's like telling someone else what to do, but he has his man here and he's playing everyone on side. I'm not sure if he sees that he's playing it, but he assumes. All right, he just because yeah, I understand why he's here. Because if he runs, he passes it to him. But then again, he could also deal with this and just say, "Hey, at least it's just a ball." Anyway, because funny enough, he doesn't even bother to try. Because if he played a curved run, he could have definitely cut that pass out. He doesn't. Don't forget the man that I mentioned before. He's the one mark. And then he could have got there quickly. So much funny things happening. Plays a lovely clip ball, and that is actually a really difficult header. It is. That's a difficult header to score. He's moving away, and then he's having to put his head from left to right. And on top of that, he puts it in the corner. That's a difficult header, but that's a really good header. Otherwise, there's been a match analysis for Wellington Phoenix versus Newcastle Jets from the Australian Premier League. Been a while since I've done this league. I think the last one I did was Melbourne Victory, the team Kwan Mata plays for. I'm not sure, but interesting game. Good number of goals, and that's been a match analysis for today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.